educators. Today we're going to look at how to create an escape room using Google Forms. So you can see here I have a blank Google form. And what we're going to do is we're going to hit Add Question. And there's a couple settings that you have to enable here. So first, in order for this to work so that students cannot move on to the next question until they answer the one given correctly, you have to select short answer. You have to make it required, and then you're going to click on these three dots here and click response validation. So now if I enter a question, what is 1 times 7? We're going to select the answer is 7. And so students need to put in a number that is equal to 7. And then if they get it wrong, it will send them an error text. So I usually put, you have the wrong code, or try again. So what this looks like is it has our question, we type in our answer. If we get the answer wrong and hit submit, it says you have the wrong code, try again. We have the right one, that error message goes away. So that's kind of the basics of it. Now, there's a lot of ways that you can make this a little bit more interesting, a little bit more engaging. For the question types, you can really add any question that you would like. You can add it here. If you have the Equasio extension, you can actually turn this into an equation. So let me refresh the page with Equasio. There we go. So now I can actually type the equation. What is 1 times 7? And then insert math. And this will actually insert it as a picture. So if you are using Equasio, it will automatically use this as a picture. I'm not sure why it's not working at this moment, but that's okay. You can also add your own pictures. You can add videos along with questions. So lots of different options for how you can enter questions in. You can also format this in 2 different ways. So you can have all of your questions on one page. So what is 1 times 7? By just clicking Add Question. What is 2 times 7? Same thing, we're going to do short answer, required, response validation. Our answer, we want it to be equal to 14. You have the wrong code. What this will look like if we hit preview is it will have all of the questions on one page. So you can go through and answer each question. So say I got this one wrong, it won't let me submit it. So I have to get every answer right in order to click submit. So that's one way to do it. Another way, if you only want them to see one question at a time, is to click Add Section, and then within your next section, you're going to add another problem. So what is 3 times 7? Short answer, required, response validation, and then we need our answer to be equal to 21. You have the wrong code. So what this will look like is the next question students can't see. So they have to hit next in order to see the next question. So either one of these will be effective in creating an escape room. I would really say it just depends on what the purpose of your activity is to figure out which one is going to work better for you. So I have shown where we just have a number answer. There's a lot of different options here. So for the answers being numbers, you can have it so that the answer will be equal to. You can have less than or equal to, less than, greater than, or equal to, greater than, between, not in between. You can also have text answers. So you could have the answer be containing a specific word, or does not contain a specific word. You can also do email addresses or URLs. I don't think that'll be as necessary in an escape room. You can also do length, so you can have a maximum or a minimum character count, or an expression. So contains, doesn't contain, or matches. So lots of options here. You also can do questions on paper. So I've done this before where I might have a question here, or I might put go to paper 2, and you can have stacks of questions in front of your room. And then they'll have to answer the question on paper, show it to you, and then you can either give them the code or you can give them like a brain teaser. So if you had a brain teaser that went along with question 2, you would make the answer to the brain teaser the answer here. So then students have to correctly figure out the brain teaser in order to move on to the next question. I know my students have really enjoyed when I've done things like that, because it's a nice little break from the actual mathematics. And they really enjoy brain teasers. So you can do that. I've also had questions. I taught 6th grade math for quite a while. And so I had questions that it had the question on here. So it would show a picture of a triangle and it said draw on the Google form. I would put draw the height of the triangle. And then students would have to draw the height of the triangle, come show it to me. So the question was on here, but I still had to see their answer. And then I would give them that brain teaser in order to move on to the next question. So lots of fun ways to make this work. Other ways you can make it a little bit more engaging and feel a little bit more like an escape room is first doing things that are a little bit more thinking critically, like those brain teasers or ciphers or different options like that. You can also customize the theme on here. So the regular purple Google Forms don't give a super great kind of tone to what you're doing. So I like to change the header. So I'll just Google escape room header and pick an image that works. So I like this one. So you can save this image. So we'll save this image as header, save it to our downloads. And then on your Google form, you can actually select these images. So we can upload. There are a lot of pre-made images here that you can go through. So if you have other needs for Google Forms, those headers might be wonderful. Let's go to downloads, header, and escape room. So that'll put this at the top and it will change the color scheme. So you can see this is just a little bit more fun. I also like to go to YouTube if I'm doing this in person, and I will search for a timer. So 20-minute timer, and I'll select one that has kind of like ominous music with it to kind of get students in that mood of an escape room. So really, students are just doing practice problems, but you're able to make it a little bit more fun, a little more engaging, and add some of those critical thinking pieces. So it's such a fun activity. I can do another Tech Tip Tuesday to show you how to differentiate these, because I did notice a lot of times if I just had one escape room, my students of varying levels some would really struggle, whereas others thought it was too easy. So differentiating these was the best thing I did to help that engagement even more, because I made sure that every student was able to be successful on an escape room.